fundamental versus technical, what do you think that you use more of? How deep do you go in in terms of technical analysis?
As far as technical analysis, I use that a lot. I mean, a whole lot when it comes to trading my options. I had different indicators and things of that nature. I look at the standard deviations. On most platforms, big platforms, they tell you the price action, and they also on the options chain will tell you the expected move of the options for the option chain. So, you can have a three weeks out for an option chain. I know at least in Thinkorswim, it'll tell you the expected move. So I measure that along with some of my technical analysis to sway which way I'm going to trade or make a trade. As far as fundamentals, I use that far as I read a lot of 10Ks, and I use the cheat code. I use Siri to read me a lot of 10.
Yo, why not use technology?
Yo, I'm telling you, man, because I'll drive in the morning and morning time on my way to work, I don't listen to no music. I don't listen to no talk shows, nothing. Once in a blue, I throw on your podcast, but mostly I'm listening to either some stock information, some stock news, or I got Siri reading me some type of 10K or some type of earnings reports.
Oh, so that's the cheat code. You can actually have Siri read you a 10K.
Yeah, so I just have her read me because it's boring. It's a boring read, but as far as the fundamentals of a company, if you're going to buy and hold that company forever, and I don't plan on really selling a lot of my companies. I hold on to a lot of my companies forever. I plan on, and I plan on passing that stock down to my kids. But with that information, I just use I read into a lot of the fundamentals of a company. The PE, the earnings, their payout ratios, how they grow in their dividends, all of that. I read their competitors, if another big company, if it's coming into their market, so the fundamentals, I use that far as me buying options, but my technical analysis, I use that more so when I'm trading options.
All right, that's dope. That's dope. And you mentioned your kids, so I'm pretty sure that you've probably started to set them up in terms of
Jim, you gave me a key to life with that one, man. I remember you had the event on Washington Lane, and you pulled out that stockpile gift card, man. I was like, yo, this is groundbreaking for me because I was always looking the way to get my kids interested into the markets,
Mm-hmm.
And on Stockpile, it's another brokerage company, as you know, you can buy gift cards, everything. But more so Stockpile is user friendly and it shows you the brand instead of the ticker symbol. So
yep.
I was able to show my kids what Call of Duty or what Nintendo look like or what YouTube comes up as. Then they can see what the company is. But from that right there, I have my kids love it. So that right there was like a real key for me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Stockpile is amazing. Can I always say that it's perfect for kids because of that. Because the one thing kids know is kids know brands.
Brands, yes.
Yeah.
They can see a brand from a mile away.
You know what I mean? Like you look up instead of like Sony stock, it'll show like the PlayStation logo, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? It'll show like the Xbox logo instead of the Microsoft logo.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm glad somebody got something out of one of our events.
Yo, every time I come to y'all events, I learn a lot, Corey, and I implement it to a lot of my stuff every time.
I appreciate that, man. And likewise, anytime we talk to you, we learn something, man. But that's what it's about. That's why it's about. That's why it's about building, man, and that's why it's about having these conversations. Because like I said, I learn from people. Like pretty much every day, I learn something. As much information as I put out, I learn just as much.
Yeah, you got to become a sponge.
Yeah, you got to share information, man, and we got to start having these conversations in our community, man. Because like you said, we literally move markets.
Yes, we do.
And it's so much money out there being made in all kinds of different ways.
Consumers. And
it's so much money. Yeah.
We need to understand the power of ownership in a lot of these big companies. We need to start owning portions of these companies